Welcome to EDS 2900 7030 Summer 21. I want to take you on a walk through our pilot shell. We are an online, fully asynchronous course, which means we won't have a set meeting time virtually or otherwise. So it's really important that you understand how to move about our virtual classroom, which is basically this pilot shell. So I'm starting here on the home page. And you can see across the top of the screen, I have several tabs for you: home, start here, content, etc. So the home always takes you to this home spot. All right, as you can see, we've got a number of topics here where it says start here. First is this video, which is how will our asynchronous online course work. Then you can see there are several subheadings down here: creating success in an online class. These are strategies for reading for online courses. This is time commitments. This is just strategies for success generally. This next section shows you the technology that you'll need, how to set up your Google Drive, because everything that we do will be using some Google Drive, or the things that I share with you. There's a video showing you how to do that, and how to save your own version of a Google Doc so that you can write on it, because I'm going to share documents with you, but you won't be able to write on them, so you'll have to save them as your own documents. Then this section, how is my work graded, also known as how do I get the grade I want. I want you to go through this so that you know exactly how your work is going to be graded. And your textbook information. This course uses inclusive courseware, which means our text is located inside of our pilot shell. So if you have any difficulty accessing it, here's a video showing you how to do it. We're going to access it through the Vital Source book link. And if you have any trouble, the bookstore will be able to help you do that, or CATS will be able to help you do that. If you can't access it, I don't have access to those things, so CATS or the bookstore can help you. And then I've got a link for you to watch this. That's what you're going to do first. You'll watch this first video. But I want to show you, we've also got this start here in the content. The content is your table of content that's along the side of this page. Now, we are asynchronous, which means we don't have a scheduled workspace, but I do have student hours. So if you need to meet to go over the content, or if you have questions about the course or something that we're learning, we will meet in our virtual classroom. We can do this one-on-one or in small groups, and you'll click that button to do it. I've got this section called How Do I. Before you email with a how do I do something, please look in this section, because it's going to answer the most common questions that I get. How do I cite my sources? How do I register for the professional development module? Because we'll be doing several of those this semester. How do I go to Blackboard Collaborate for the class meeting? And how do I see my feedback in Pilot? So all of those are short, less than 2-minute videos showing you how to do that. Next, you have our syllabus. And it is here, and then also our online textbook information. That's your e-textbook. This link for your weekly calendar and due dates is really important. This is going to tell you exactly what's due for the entire summer term and when it's due. So I've created this spreadsheet for you. The topic is on this side of the page, and it is color-coded by week. So week 1 is red, week 2, orange, week 3, yellow, etc. There are only 6 weeks in this term, but we still have to cover 15 weeks worth of content, so this class will move very quickly. It is very important that you pay attention to due dates. If you don't already use a paper calendar or a digital calendar, you are going to want to do that. Week 1, you'll see the dates here: Monday, May 10th, the 11th, the 12th, and the assignments. You've got things that will be due on Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Sunday. For the most part, everything we do in this class is going to be due on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. The exception is going to be the last week of class because the semester ends on a Thursday, so things will be due likely on Monday as well as Thursday and possibly Wednesday. Okay, you'll see that for the most part I've gone ahead and hyperlinked things so that you can find them. Anything that is hyperlinked here you can click to, but you'll still need to go and access some things through the pilot shell, and I'll show you what those are going to look like. All right, so back in this table of contents you see these topics: the start here, the virtual classroom, the how do I, the syllabus, and this is just the syllabus online textbook. Everything that we're going to do in this class is contained here in this instructional content or weekly learning modules. It's already divided into 6 weeks. Get your calendars, Note on your calendar when week 1 begins, week 2 begins, week 3. I have the dates written on the spreadsheet in order to make sure that you're submitting your work and getting your work done on time. You'll want to get those as well, those dates. So let's look at week 1. What you can see is every week is going to be set up the exact same way. I'll have a folder called Engage, and that's where I'm going to put videos, instructions about things to read, your reading materials, etc. You're going to have a folder called Assess, which is where you submit your work for that week. And then some weeks will have some extra credit for you. So let's look here. For week 1, Engage. This is the video that I have linked on the Start Here page that says now go watch this. Then you've got your framework for disability. That's going to be one of your first assignments. You're going to create your professional development accounts. I've got reading chapter 1 that you need to do that. Your framework part 2 that'll be due later in the week. All of the articles that are in the framework are linked in that document, but they're also listed and linked here as well. And then I've included a mini lecture for week 1. I'll include a mini lecture. They're always under 15 minutes. They're usually 7 or 8 minutes for all of our content. You still need to read the text, though. I'm just giving you the highlights in that mini lecture. If it's helpful, the way I would do it would be I would watch the mini lecture first, and then I would start on reading the materials and go through. As you go through, you'll see that there's a little dot here. After you've done it, it will become a check mark. So that is a good way to recognize what have I done this week already and what do I still need to do. In the assessment folder, I'm linking the course schedule here so that you always know when things are due, but this is going to be the stuff you're turning in. So for the first week, you're going to respond on Flipgrid to the Daniel Habib TED Talk, which is called Including Samuel. And then you've got a course introduction quiz. That's due early in the week. That's basically a quiz over have you walked through the pilot shell and have you read the syllabus. It's really simple questions, but it's just to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into and how the course is going to run. Then you submit evidence of creating your IRIS account and your frameworks part 1 and 2. I'll tell you now, the frameworks will take you, each one will take you about an hour. Read carefully and take notes, and then when you write your responses, look at the rubric on how your writing responses are graded. You're going to need to cite your sources. And then there's extra credit this week. If you take the chapter quiz over chapter 1, anything that you get right counts to help you, and anything that you don't get right doesn't hurt you. Okay, but you can only take it one time. So after you've read all the material, I would wait. The test is timed, so I would wait until you've read everything and take it at the very end of the week, and so that you can do well on that. That's week 1. Everything that you'll do in week 1. We'll have things due on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And then it's going to be the same for week 2. Same kind of a thing. You'll have the Engage. I've got some links for you to look at. I did an audio lecture for you for week 2. Teaching Tolerance, some different websites. Instructions, read chapters 2 and 3. Here's the mini lecture. You're going to do a professional development. I'm going to have you do several professional development certificates because I don't want you to just read about disabilities in this class. That doesn't really help you as a teacher. I mean, it helps you in that you learn about disability, but what I want for you is to get more than just a grade out of the class. I want you to have something that you can put on your resumes as you're going into summer jobs, looking for jobs in the school districts, that you can say, I didn't just take these classes, I went ahead and I got these professional development certificates in these different areas. So you're going to do this one on culturally responsive teaching. We've got some different kinds of things. As you can see, all of these are listed here, 1 through 6. I'm going to open the entire summer up to you so that if you have a vacation scheduled in week 6 and you need to get everything done by week 5, that is fine with me. Go ahead and do it. It's all going to be open for you and you can access it at any time. What you do need to be cognizant of is this is a lot of material to cover in 6 weeks because it's a full semester's worth and we're going to be moving very quickly. So you don't have time to get behind. You've got to stay on task. So definitely stay on target with your dates. You can even go ahead, but you don't have time to get behind because there's only 6 weeks. I don't have a lot of leeway with extending deadlines because when the semester's over, grades are due for me on Monday. So the semester will end on the 6th week on Thursday and I've got to submit grades on Monday. So I don't have any time to extend deadlines for you. So look through the entire course, please. Let me know if you have questions. If something doesn't show up right for you, let me know. Sometimes Pilot can be quirky and I have to readjust something. But this is how it's going to be set up. I'm really looking forward to reading what you all write and listening to what you have to say in the Flipgrid discussions and participating alongside you. So Have a great rest of the term, and I look forward to working with you.